What's up, gang? Welcome back to DizDad TV, and thank you once again for joining me here on the channel. I appreciate it as always. Today is another reaction video, and we're checking out the DisneyPlus and Marvel series Hawkeye. This is episode 5, titled Ronin. And if you'd like to check out my early reactions to episodes in this series, episodes 1 through 4, you can find those on the homepage of my channel. Along with any other content I get posted on there. I'll have the Ep5 coming out in the future, trailer reactions. Got some Imagineering videos planned to do at some point. Have some parks videos from Disney World, some ride challenges I'm working on getting posted. So I have all that coming out for you, and I appreciate you all checking that out. But getting back into today's episode, I'm assuming with a title like Ronin, we're going to have some fireworks of some sort, maybe even more so than episodes 3 and 4. I guess that remains to be seen, of course, and we'll find out here shortly. But with that character and his history, there's still a lot that we don't know from that time period, from Infinity War to Endgame. How it's factored into the story. We know a little bit, but we don't know how he's tied to all these characters necessarily. A little bit of idea with the Tracksuit Mafia, of course, but Echo, possibly Kingpin, how does that all play out? We need to find that out. And again, that's just part of the larger storylines. A lot of storylines we have to figure out with these last 2 episodes. With Kate's mom, Jack, you name it. And of course, Yelena showing up at the end of episode 4 just throws a whole nother wrench into the plans and the plot. We knew she was coming at some point before this series started, just didn't know when it was going to happen. We don't know why she's there, what's her purpose. Obviously, we know she was there to get Hawkeye. That was pretty evident. But we don't know if she's there on her own accord or if somebody has sent her. So don't know how much we'll get of her in this episode or the remainder of the series, but I'm sure we'll see her bits and pieces here and there, as they build her up for the MCU and the Black Widow role. So really looking forward to see how they use her and what more insight we get into, her and Hawkeye's relationship and what's going on there. But, all that being said, looking forward to this episode. Again, 2 episodes to go. A lot to really nail down and figure out as we get towards the series finale or a season finale. If there's a season 2, I guess we'll find out. With that being said, let's just jump right into it.
The counteragent to chemical subjugation.
I guess no recap this episode, huh? I guess we're getting another flashback of some sort. Oh, it's Yelena. So this is 2018. Trying to think where this is at in the timeline. Oh, okay. So this is after Black Widow, the events of Black Widow, when she's trying to help the other widows.
Look what you did to my rug. $20,000 down the drain. Thanks.
Oh, this is the snap. Oh, did she just snap back? That was so cool. We haven't seen that. Like, obviously we saw, Infinity War, everybody gets snapped out and fade away, but we didn't see the real time immediately coming back. That was really cool. And so she's back in this house, what, 5 years later now? Wow. That's wild. Yeah, 5 years later.
I need to find Natasha.
Oh. She doesn't know, obviously. Oh, man. She is in for a rude awakening. That explains, I'm assuming, the rooftop battle with Hawkeye. She's either eventually finds out he was there, or does she blame him, or I guess to be determined.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just got in a pretty big fight, Mom.
I really thought I could be one of them.
It's finally hit her a little bit anyway. I guess we'll see if her tune changes, but it's not all rose-colored glasses anymore for this superhero business.
You can do is keep moving forward, even on days when...
Little Meet the Robinsons reference there, whether intended or not.
And we found a lot of incriminating stuff about Jack, Mom. Including...
Mom's reaction is a little interesting here. She's not she's not too shocked, or at least she's taking it pretty easy, so it leads me to believe that Jack's just a doofus and not really into too much. Maybe. I guess we'll see.
Kid Bishop.
Nice catch.
I made macaroni if you want some.
I'm sorry, what?
That would be my reaction too. What?
Relax, Kid Bishop. I just want to talk, okay? Are you really not hungry?
I guess we're gonna get a decent amount of Yelena in this episode, apparently. Or at least here initially.
And C, stop being so defensive. Okay? You're so hostile.
She's... Florence Pugh is so good.
Okay, I take that back. I don't have any weapons currently in my hands.
Semantics, right?
If I wanted to kill you, I
You would have already.
Right as you open the door.
Yeah, well, probably wouldn't have even had time to shut it.
No.
It would have been fast. Peanuts music. Again, the setting, New York City, Christmas, the music, just good stuff.
Hey, I've been thinking about a name for you.
Grills. He's been a good little side character for this series.
Oh, I love hot sauce.
This scene is too much.
The new and improved Statue of Liberty. And
Little No Way Home tie-in there for those of you who haven't seen No Way Home yet, or if you have. Little Easter egg.
Yeah, let's see, the Highline. Highline is great. There's a Christmas
This is so funny. They're talking about touristy things in New York City.
And you recently walked into traffic to save a dog, which I'll admit is pretty cool.
He's
and you
pretty
got-
cool. God.
No. I'm here to kill him.
Right to the point.
My sister saved the world. Natasha Romanoff.
She's right.
She's...
That is factual.
I did not see that coming. Like, thank God I didn't kill you up
You kill me? Do you know how many people he killed?
Yeah, she hasn't said anything that's not wrong.
It means that when you choose to spend your life trying to help people, there are going to be things that you lose.
It's like one of the main underlying tones and themes of this series is that whole, idea of what is a hero.
Is she collateral damage?
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of anger there for good reason.
It will not be difficult for me to complete this assignment.
Okay, so she's not there on her own. This is an assignment, so obviously she probably didn't need much convincing, but somebody has sent her there.
Thank you for the girls' night. Truly.
This is a really good scene between the two of them. If this is the future of Black Widow and Hawkeye, I hope we get to see a lot of them together. That could be a lot of fun.
No way. Hawkeye isn't staying in a hotel for Christmas. Man, take my couch. Really, take my bed.
Grills is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Almost forgot. Missy dropped off the new outfits for you and Kate. You want to see them?
Oh, do we get to see the new uniforms?
Just not right now.
They're going to save that for the last episode, aren't they?
I'll clear all this up and be back in a jiffy for your Christmas party. You'll see.
Mom set him up. She totally set him up. It's so interesting how he turns that thing off and just shuts out the world.
But I do my best every day to earn what you gave me.
She really did save his life in more ways than one.
And I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do.
What you about to do, Clint? What are you about to do?
Call me back. We need to talk about the other woman on the roof, not mine. No, the other one. I don't want.
She's gonna blitz call him, isn't she?
So the police arrested Jack.
Brass knuckles so I can punch your face.
That's a heck of a shot. With a note inside, no less.
She's got her hands on the watch. She looked into her family. It's just a matter of time before the big guy gets involved.
Jesus.
And I've said this, like, it's just amazing. She knows everything, obviously. Ronin, Kingpin, it sounds like. She's been on everything that Hawkeye / Ronin's done. Of course, and I definitely, if there is a season 2, I hope we get to see the two of them working together, assuming Hawkeye survives all this. But I hope we get to see the two of them do some sort of missions together or something low key. That would be, at least for me, would be fantastic to see. Fat Man Used Cars. Well, we probably know who the Fat Man is. Not really fat, just big dude. Ronin has arrived. Very reminiscent of, which of the Batman movies was it? Dark Knight? That retractable sword is so cool. She's got some moves. She has definitely got some moves. Oh, he's gonna show himself. That's interesting. So he was tipped off to be there that night he killed her father. So I'll be interested to see what that does for Maya / Echo. How that changes her perspective. She's ticked. She is ticked.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, where were you at? Apparently you were supposed to be there with her dad.
I didn't get the call.
That sounds a little suspect. Yeah. She's got I think she's got a new mission in mind now. If she wasn't sure after getting that bit from Ronin, I think that's tipped her a little more right there.
Elena.
All right, so he knows her, or at least knows of her. That's about as symbolic as you can get, the old passing of the torch, or arrow, I guess, in this case.
Where is it?
Oh, wow. That's a development.
Well, that's the guy I've been worried about this whole time. Kingpin.
Ah, visual confirmation. Oh, they in there. Of course. But hey, at least we're not going crazy. We know it is Kingpin for sure. Visual confirmation. At least a crappy photo, but at least we know it's him. Are we going to see him in episode 6 now? Guess we'll find out. All right, so episode 5's in the books. A lot of developments in this episode, which we kind of knew had to happen with only 2 episodes to go, and now we've got 1 left. Did not expect to see Yelena as much as we did in this episode, but it was very helpful because now we know why she was there. Obviously, she was there to get Clint for personal reasons, but she was also sent by Kate's mom, who apparently, I believe, has set up Jack and is working with Kingpin. So we got the visual confirmation, not going crazy. We've seen him, we've heard him, we know it's him. He's the big guy, Fat Man, used cars, all that. It sounds like he set up Echo's dad, or at least somehow his organization did. So she's got a bone to pick with him. We know Hawkeye's wife is into all this. She knows about Kingpin, apparently. Everything that's going on, very interesting. But, getting back to Yelena, that scene with her and Kate there in the apartment was really well done. Love seeing the back and forth with them. Florence Pugh is fantastic. Super, super funny portrayal in this episode. Just the Kate Bishop, you crack me up, and all that. And, watching them talk about New York City and touristy things. It was very, very funny to see that first part, development of the relationship, which we know this is the next Black Widow, and we assume obviously Kate's going to be the next Hawkeye, whether in this series or down the road. I do hope we see a lot of them together. They look like they can have a good chemistry, good bit of comedy, nice bit of action, I think, between the two of them. So that would be a lot of fun. More of a really kind of a sisterly relationship, which would be great to see. But yeah, obviously, realization and the confirmation that Kate's mom's been up to something. We still don't know exactly what, but we do know she's been working with Kingpin in some fashion, or at least she's meeting with him. Don't know what's, the Sloan. We don't know how that's tied in. It does seem like Jack's been a pawn in all this. Maybe that's an act too. Maybe he's in on it, but he's just kind of taking the fall now. Obviously, Mom didn't seem too surprised. Jack's personality, who knows with him? He's such a goofy guy, or at least seems like a goofy guy. And again, that could all be an act. So I'd be interested to see how that works out in this last episode. Some touching moments, obviously. Clint going to the scene where the Avengers first got together and that first battle, and turning the hearing aid off and talking to Natasha, and he owes her a lot. Obviously, they both tried to sacrifice themselves, and she ultimately did it, of course. But she saved him. She pulled him out of the Ronin episode and got him back on the path. And then obviously there with the Soul Stone, that whole incident. So very emotional bit from him. Good to see Gorillas this episode. He's been a kind of a nice recurring, ancillary character there on the backside. We apparently, I'm assuming, we'll get to see the new costumes, the new outfits in episode 6. Have that to look forward to. Echo, Maya, she's got a whole new mission, it seems. I don't know if we'll see her and get mixed up with the tracksuits and Ronin again in this last episode. And we do know she's got a series coming out. So maybe they'll save that. That'll be the impetus and the setup for the series that comes out. And I don't even know when that's coming, next year or 2 years. I'm not sure what the timeline is for her series. So maybe they'll save that for the future. But I would assume we'll see her at least in some fashion. But there are just a lot of moving parts heading into this last episode. Gotta believe Yelena and Hawkeye are going to come head to head in some fashion. Kate may be trying to be the intermediary there, so to speak. But Hawkeye has got a lot of balls in the air right now. He's got Yelena to look out for. I'm assuming he's going to see Maya, Echo again, and then of course he's got Kingpin out there. Does this all happen at the same time in one big confrontation? I don't know if they would go quite that far. We got to see Kingpin at least briefly, I would assume, before this last episode's over. But this has all got to come to a head in some way here in this final episode. And obviously Kate's mom. So all these characters, the stories are gradually coalescing here towards a final showdown. Or do we get multiple showdowns? How does this all work out? A lot to look forward to in this final episode. I am here for it. Again, enjoying this series immensely and looking forward to episode 6. Until then, appreciate you guys checking out this reaction video, and I will see you in the next one.